It's awesome.
Hey, everybody, this is Kim Jacobs from The Kim Jacobs Show. And today, my guest is Janelle Jackson. So excited to have you here, Janelle. How are you today?
I am awesome. I'm doing very well, thank you. And that smile shows me you're doing the same.
Oh, I am so grateful to have you on the show today. We don't have any pre rehearsed questions or anything. We're just going to have a conversation. You're going to get a chance to know this dynamic woman, Janelle Jackson, learn more about her background, what brought her to where she is today, and all that's happened is like a whirlwind effect that's happening in her life. So you're going to get the opportunity to hear a lot from Janelle today. Listen, what I'd like for you all to do is take a moment as you come into the studio audience virtually. Take a moment to share this broadcast with your friends, your family, your coworkers, everyone you know, to let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show is here on the air. I can hear some clicking as well, so whatever's clicking, I can hear that. But just make sure that you share with today's the audience. Okay, good morning. So anyway, make sure you share this broadcast with all of them. I can still hear clicking.
Could be on my end. Let me see that.
Hello, hello. Okay. Okay, so you know what? Whenever you speak, Janelle, yeah,
Hmm.
because it is clicking the whole time, but whenever you speak, just
Okay.
whenever you're not speaking,
Put
unmute it.
mute.
And when you are speaking, mute it. Whenever
Okay,
I'm
I got it.
speaking,
And I'm not sure why.
but
I
it's
tried
fine.
it.
It's fine. We're
Okay.
gonna go with it. And as long as we're live and get a chance to give people a chance to
Good.
know you, we're gonna have a great time. But go ahead and mute your mic.
Now, okay, we'll do.
And then when I ask you a question, you can unmute it. Okay. So everybody, you know the drill. Go ahead and share today's broadcast with your friends, your family, your coworkers. Let everyone know that the Kim Jacobs Show is here on the air. And if you have questions today, make sure you know that you can officially, let me make sure that you know that you can type the questions, and she'll get a chance to answer your specific questions. If you'd like to be brought into today's episode, I am going to give you how that can be done as well. And Morgan, I didn't give you that in advance. Sorry about that. But that's how you can be brought in today's show if you'd like to be brought right in and directly speak to Janelle face to face. So you can know that as well. So my guest today is Janelle Jackson, and I'm excited to say she is a female Black-owned business owner for Silver Shield Security. And you're going to learn way more about her journey throughout today's broadcast. Welcome, Janelle.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for having me. I'm glad to have met you personally. This is just awesome. You already know I'm on 10 and just trying to take my time and take step by step. I'm trying to be a turtle for the moment and just deal with what's in front of me. And I'll turn into a giraffe later where I can look beyond. But right now, I'm enjoying right what's in front of me.
Wow. Well, that's really good. I want you to take us back because females in the security business is not your typical journey typically. So you've already blossomed and done something very out of the box. And so I would like for you to share your journey of where you came from, what brought you to where you are today. And you can go as far back as you would like with your journey.
Well, what I like to do, so many people are from North Carolina, so I like to really start here. I've been here for a minute, and so this is kind of my home now. I love Charlotte. I don't know where else to go from here, unless I'm on vacation or something. But I came here actually visiting and just fell in love with the place. Divorced, just to get a little personal, divorced, wanted to come and do something on my own after being married at a young age of 17.
Oh,
Like any other person, just wanted to find my way. And that was all. It wasn't anything wrong. Just wanted to find my way. And in finding my journey, I only had one job. And that was with Windstream. And they were Alltel at the time. I had been with them about 20 years before I retired from them, and just knew that's not where I wanted to be. It can go as far back as our age where TV was the Brady Bunch and different things like that. When we watched television, all I knew is back then I wanted something. I knew where I was from, growing up in New York in the projects. It wasn't it. I knew that the color of my skin didn't mean I just had to pay a bill.
Right.
So, it was always something I was trying to do. And just to move forward, worked at Windstream just as a customer service rep. And the funny thing about that is, I don't know, a lot of people may have worked at the call center. And, back then they do all the luncheons and everybody cooks and bring food, go to lunch together. Girl, I was always focused. I didn't want to do anything. I was always polite. But this is a stepping stone. This is a stepping stone. I always knew that it was a stepping stone, back then. And I was 30. And, 30 people think their life is over. But I was 30 when I started with
Right.
Windstream, and just knew that it was a stepping stone. Took one job after the other. And once I realized after 20 years of working with them, that there was more out there after mingling with so many people that I didn't get a chance to mingle with. And I realized there was black sand out there that people were laying on. There was pink
Right.
sand. And I wanted to figure out how to get out there. So in doing that, it was about me making it happen, not me working for someone. I realized working for someone was only going to give me what they gave me, which was a car, vacation here and there, a place to lay my head. There was more things that I wanted than what someone was paying me to say, well, if you work for me, this is how much you can have. And that
Right.
just wasn't my plan. And that wasn't how I wanted my kids to think. So this journey is not just about me. This journey is to make sure when I'm gone, my kids know how to continue to travel through their life.
Hmm.
And that my grandkids know how to follow behind their life. So this journey that I feel like I've started is just a foundation that I wanted to lay out for my DNA. That they know that they didn't have to just take working for anyone to do anything. And with that being said, when my ex-husband passed away, he left the security business to our family in Atlanta.
Oh,
Yeah, we were in Atlanta, and my daughter was running it. She was raised running the business,
okay.
and I just said, you know what? You continue to run this business. I'm gonna do it, and I am going to do it here in North Carolina. Forgive me, I'm from New York, guys, so my words come out a little Janelleism. So that's what
That
we're gonna call
your
it.
words sound great, so don't worry. Your words are fine.
Okay,
And first, let me let
we're
me let
gonna
me
call
stop
it.
you for let me stop you for a second, because you're saying that
Okay,
even though you were in a divorce situation, your ex-husband still took the initiative to leave something that was able to transfer to your family as a part of the legacy to you.
absolutely. Because all my life, the goal has been about building.
Hmm.
And even when you get with a partner, doesn't mean because we didn't work, didn't mean we didn't have the same goals that we wanted for the foundation that we were building. So even though we had divorce, I was shocked too. Now let's not be surprised, because when he passed away, I was shocked too that he left it to me. But it
Right.
made sense. It made sense. Our kids, how I was going to lead things. I didn't think it would get this far, but once I got into it, I knew there was no stopping me. I knew that this was something that this I can call my own. You know how you have your kids and no one can take that away from you.
That's
No
right.
matter what you do in life, they can't say those are your kids.
Those are my
And
kids.
right. So this business became one of my kids. And I wanted, no matter what, no one can take away the fact that I was going to do this, especially when I realized that there were no Black women doing this business. There were no African American doing this business. There were none. There were none. So I wanted to take the weight on my shoulders and say, I can be the first to do it. And I'm not just talking about doing it and putting in security. I'm talking about being licensed. I'm talking about doing it right where anybody in this world in North Carolina can call me and I can say, yes, I can do it. So it was about so many things that you got to line up and do correctly that I'm happy. I'm just really, because it's paid off. And that's the main reason I guess I wanted to be on your show today. I want people just to understand that hard work pays off. It's not about really what I'm doing right now, how far I'm getting. What I wanted to be on the show for, that I want someone else to take that energy, that hope that they have in their hearts, that hard work pays off. No one thought that I was going to do this. And I won't say do this. Everyone knew I could do it, but no one had the mind frame to think outside the box. And when I first started this business, I was saying I was going to take over these other companies. I was
Mhm.
like, there are no African American, and I'm a woman, girl, please. You know,
Yeah,
We are so strong. We are strong. And I just wanted to show that we are strong no matter what we go through, no matter what happens, we're strong, And, just to get back to the business a little bit, it was hard. This was very hard. There are so many things that are in front of you. There are so many people that have what we call now their knee on our necks. And it's not intentional. It's just that that's the way. It was never built for us to have these things. So it's not that I think a lot of people did this stuff intentionally. It just wasn't built to African American to own a security system or company. It just wasn't built. So when you go outside the box, I don't think that people mean any harm. I think more people are shocked. People are just surprised, and I take that. And I'm willing, to take that. Most people are open arms right now. They just didn't know. And now that you know, let's make that change.
Wow. Okay, so this is already an incredible journey. Let me ask you, with your ex-husband, was the name of the company Silver Shield when he left it to you, or did you change the name, or how did that work?
We are still in Atlanta, and it's Superior Security there. So when I started the business here, I did want to not only follow in the footsteps of him, but I wanted to keep the essence. I know it may sound crazy, but we all got our crazy. And it was Superior Security Systems. And because I was coming here to North Carolina with it, I just wanted essence. And I just played with 2 weeks with some names and came up with Silver Shield Security, so that as we grew and we merged these two businesses together, if we wanted to do anything with the S's, I was thinking ahead. It may sound, but the SSS would merge both of the companies together, bringing his legacy to life and me continuing it.
Oh my God.
It's so much, girl. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I'm so excited about this. This is
This
incredible.
was a plan. You have to remember now, this was a plan. This wasn't something that you just wake up in the morning. I did just wake up in the morning and do it, but I just wanted something that when I left a job that said they didn't want me anymore, or I wasn't useful anymore, or whatever the reason, I wanted to have something else to fall back on. And once I realized I can do it, I wanted to help other people. I want to bring people that just what I went through. Just what I just want, not just for my family, but I just want friends and people to know that do it. Just do it. Just do it. Don't be scared. Do it.
See, now you're saying just do it, just do it, just do it, just do it. But now
Just
the thing
do it.
is, what about people? Mute your mic when I'm talking because it's clicking. And do you have headphones, and you can put those in, and it probably would take all of this away. But if you look at the fact of just do it, just do it, there are people that are like, look, I don't know where to begin. I don't have anyone that donated a business to me or anything. So I'm trying to figure out how I can start at ground zero and then work my way up to become successful in a business like you. Any words of advice or encouragement for those kind of people?
Well, to go back to what you said, that no one left me a business. I did when the business was left to me. Keep in mind, I gave this business back to my kids. So when I came here from. I let them continue to live. I wanted them to be okay. It wasn't about me. So when I started this business, I had nothing. I didn't have any loans. I didn't have any anyone giving me, here's a donation. I didn't have any corporations I can go to and say, give me some money. Can I borrow some money? It was none of that. I went from starting where I got a 401 that I've been putting in here and don't know why. And if that money's sitting there, I guess I'm going to use it for that, because people were telling me, you save that for when you get older, and you save that for when you want to buy a house or when you buy a car. And I was like, but the house that it helped me buy is not the house that I want, forever. So I'm going to use that money on something that I can at least strive to get. So, it's little things. Keep in mind, there was no one in this business that I could say, help me or give me some guidance. There were no steps. Keep in mind, when my kid's father passed away, he was gone. So there was no one that I can say. I had to learn the business. I had to figure out what happened to me. I had a company, I don't know if we can name names, but I had a company. And when he passed away and I was moving money around, I called one of these companies and I was like, hey, I would like to just turn my security system off for a minute, because I had 2 girls in college at one time.
Right.
One son still in high school, and they wanted to charge my credit report $700 because I couldn't pay 33. Now, keep in mind, $33 is not a lot of money, and I know that, so I don't want anyone. But when you're on a budget, 33 may not be a lot, but don't have any money and see how much $33 mean to you.
That's right.
You know, that's the point. That so I took that, and then when I started this business, I just got what if that happened to me, that was one thing I can grab and say I can build off of that.
That's
I
right.
built off my experience. So when I started the business, the first thing for me was no contract. I just had to change things that just didn't work for me because I'm selling, people buy from people. So
That's right.
everything that I sell and how I sell it and how I deal with people, you're getting Janelle, you're getting the parts of me. That's who I am.
I
This
love
business,
it.
when you thank you, when this business, when you see it, this is actually me. You're getting me.
Mhm.
Nothing that because right now we don't have 27 departments. We don't have all those things. So all those things that everyone that I talk to and that works with this business, they know how they got to represent it. I need love. Everything else is going to just do it. Just, I mean, I hate to keep saying it that way, but you have to take a chance on yourself, because one thing you can guarantee, if you can't guarantee yourself that you can make it, how do you expect other people to come behind you?
That's right.
How do you expect other people to support you? So no
Mhm.
matter where I went, how it happened, I believed in me. I gambled on me. If I'm a gambler and do anything before I got gamble on the lottery that we play,
Wait 1 second. Janelle, I'm sure she'll pop back on, but I mean, this is already such a great interview. And as some of the takeaways already that she's shared are incredible. One is make sure that you know that hard work pays off. That's important. Hard work pays off. And then she also said, take a chance on yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to determine whether you are good or good enough or capable enough, but take a chance on yourself. And this is some great information for anyone that's looking to start from ground zero and be able to pick yourself up from your bootstraps and then go on from there. This is great information that Janelle Jackson is sharing. And actually, I'd like for you all to know that Janelle Jackson is actually the sponsor of today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. So I'd like to be able to share that information with you as well, that the episode sponsor for The Kim Jacobs Show today is Janelle. Hey, Janelle, how are you over there?
I made
I'm
it
at,
back. The
yeah,
phone
take your
is
time. I'm getting
blowing
ready
up.
to
I'm
tell them
sorry.
about our sponsorship anyway. Today's sponsor for today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show is Silver Shield Security. And I would like for you all to know that we encourage you to use the code KJ Show as you book your security system. Let me let you see their website. And here you are, silvershield-security.com. And
Kim, I hate to interrupt you, but we have upgraded and we've totally revamped the website.
oh,
This website started in the beginning, but all these calls that have been coming in, and I take positive information, and I love it that when I tell you the community have wrapped their arms around me, and a lot of people wanted more information to be more user friendly. So we have totally changed that website where a lot of your questions can be answered, where you can click on the website now and call. Chat is coming. So we totally changed that website. So when you refresh your web browser and you'll see the new website and it shows you all the equipment. So I just wanted to let you know that.
let me see here. So I'm going to, before I do all of that, let me just refresh it now behind the scenes, and then I'm sure all of what girl, you start, none won't be none. Let me take y'all to the new version of Silver Shield Security, and you can walk us through your website. Now, it's not too often that the actual sponsor is on that day's episode. So let me go ahead and go back to Silver Shield Security and walk us through today. As the sponsor, you are the sponsor for the week on the Kim Jacobs Show. So I want to make sure that we walk through your website. Talk us through it a little bit.
Well, a lot of things that we changed up in red, where you see the telephone number now, you can just click on there and you can get a representative on the phone.
Oh,
So there's no more. Yes, exactly. And it doesn't look as big for me, but I kind of have it where I can see. You can hit about us. It'll tell you a little bit about us. And the website just been up 2 days, so I don't know it by heart yet, but I know the things that I request. As you can see there, it tells you a little bit, just a little about us. I changed it before. I wanted to be personal. I really wanted people to know a lot about what we do and how we do it. I'm just going to move that a little bit so I can kind of take y'all through some of the good things on. I'm glad that you brought that up, Kim, so I can bring that up for you guys and
I brought
let
this
them.
up because you're actually, you took care of sponsorship and advertising this week on the Kim Jacobs Show. So during each episode this week, I've been able to take people to learn more about your services. And the code that we encourage you to use is KJ Show when you're booking your system, and making sure you know there's no contract nor any credit check that's required. The phone number is 704-440-4888. And the prices start as low as $24.99 a month and up depending upon what type of services you'll be getting. But it is a very user-friendly company. And what pages do you want me to go to, Janelle?
Okay, so there's about services. Now, when you go to services, some of the things that we changed on there, we just had, just a panel up there. Now we kind of break down so we don't waste anyone's time. People can see what we're doing. Everything that you see on the website is what we guarantee, is what is going to happen and what we do. What the installation is for, the different type of equipment that we have. You can scroll down and you can see all of the different doorbell cameras. I just wanted everyone to know that we did everything that any other company did. It wasn't anything that we didn't have. We do it all. I'm talking all the way to fire. We do everything. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
This is
um,
very state of the art situation. It's not any type of, how like sometimes you'll watch a movie and it's B-rated or whatever, and you're like, I don't really like, I can't get with this because it looks B-rated or whatever. I don't know what the rating is, but it doesn't look like typical movies that are in HD or whatever. So that's how I feel about some movies. But this security system with Silver Shield Security, it is state of the art. It's cutting edge, and I absolutely love it. I love the service. I love the efficiency, everything. I love everything about this. So, what else,
Thank you.
Joe?
Thank you. When we got into this, one of the things was I didn't want to be the mom and pop of security. That's not what I wanted to do. My vision, I didn't just want to be on the corner of security. I wanted to take over CPI. I want to take over, and
Oh, wait,
taking
wait,
over
wait a minute
CPI.
now. Wait a minute. If we're gonna talk about that, I need to get off the website because I need to see your full face. Wait a minute. Let me go back. You taking me down a whole different topic here. Wait. Okay.
Sorry, the
Okay, we
website
back.
met
We
that up.
back, everybody. We back. Janelle, she's like, we're going here. So before we go there, let me wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Before we go there, I like to set that up a little bit, only because there was a situation that kind of sparked all of this that's happened, and I'd like to talk to you about that for a second. I've recently had Jorge Malares on my show, and he's with Queen City Unity. When I had him on the show, it was this whole thing where he had sent a letter to the mayor and his whole database, and was sharing with them some things that had happened regarding some of the streets on June 2nd on the streets of Uptown Charlotte. And so he was talking about how peaceful protesters had chemical agents and other things that had happened. But in there, he ended up sending his letter to the mayor, city council, mayor's office for police reform and social justice. And one of the responses that he got back was from the president and CEO of CPI Security. Now, again, this is all based on what Jorge shared on my show. So I'm not the voice of this one way or the other. I'm just sharing a letter that he put out publicly. And the letter that he put out publicly came from the president and CEO of CPI Security at the time. And the letter is on queencityunity.org page when it talks about how he was encouraging people to boycott CPI Security. So in the letter from Ken Gill is on there as well, and you can take a moment and go back and read that if you would like. So I wanted to say that to say that that sparked a major whirlwind of people kind of flooding over to Silver Shield Security, because on that show, I don't know if you know, I actually came over to you as a result of my own show and hearing some of the information that was shared that day. People shared that Sean Hall actually put one of the options is Silver Shield Security. So people have reached out to you from even that show, whether they reach out this week or not. They reached out definitely from the show that Jorge Flores was on. And so I was one of the customers that came over to you as well. And I just wanted you to talk about what's happened since that show happened. You have to unmute yourself.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you. I'll get it in a minute. It went absolutely, it went viral. I went from taking maybe 5 to 6 calls a day of installing security to 100, and that's big. That's big, and a lot of it was honestly, again, like I said, I'm not offended. People just didn't know. No one expected it. No one expected, until someone hurt your feelings, and you go in, like, I have to find me another something. And it happened for me. And I was here.
I think that your internet connection may be unstable over there, or something's happening, but it's okay. We're gonna keep on going through it,
It's okay.
yeah. So I mean, when you're on, I can hear you, and you're perfectly fine. And so that,
Okay.
believe it or not, this happened when Jorge Malores was on as well. It's like, I don't know how that works, but some kind of way, I call it the enemy. That's what people be like, who the enemy? Who the enemy? I know who the enemy is, okay? So the enemy, according to what I consider the enemy, tries to prevent information like this from being shared. So just push right through it and keep it going.
And it went from 5 to 6, like I was saying, to 100. And what I'm so happy about, all these people like yourself are people. It's not that you wouldn't have come, you just didn't know. And once you found out about us, all you guys, everyone has been open arms and don't worry, I'm ready. People like yourself was like, girl, I know how this is getting ready to go. Put me on the list now. I have people, I some people that understand. Look, they're trying to do one thing, but they're coming back. I have maybe 200 people. Like, I'm working on canceling this letter CPI is giving us the runaround. It's almost, I'll say, 2 to 3 weeks, maybe going in our 3rd week now, close to 4. And people calling me, you thought I forgot. I didn't forget. I'm here. So his mistake, I don't call it a mistake. I call it, how you get comfortable. And I just feel like he got comfortable with his words. And it just became my time. See, it didn't matter. I knew my time was coming, no matter how God was going to give it to me. And it's about me just taking it and doing it right. So this big thing that's happened with CPI, it's not going to hurt him. It's not going to. This man has already made way more money than we can ever hurt him with right now by taking our business away. So he's fine. But the point is where we move from here.
Well, I definitely, in all fairness, on my show, I'm big on this, and this is my philosophy. I always welcome the opportunity for fair balance. So if ever Kenneth Gill wants to come on to the show as well, you're more than welcome to be a guest on the Kim Jacobs Show and share your point of view, share whatever it is that you would like to share to the public as well. So know that as well, because we obviously can't speak on your behalf. And so that's important to know as well. But
I say that's one of the things when I'm sitting with people that's leaving CPI, there's nothing bad that I have to say, because he placed a stepping stone for me. He gave me higher goals to reach for because I knew I can do it.
Mhm.
So when people come to me and want to know, can I do the things, I feel good that I can do it.
Oh
His
yeah.
advertisement that he's done with his company of CPI has me where I'm at today. I didn't have to advertise that I had cameras because he already had them. So people were coming to me saying, can you do what I'm leaving from? Wasn't for me to say why they left. They just wanted to know if I can do it. And I'm just glad to say that I can. you
Wow.
know,
That's interesting that you say that, because basically that puts you in a frame of mind, Janelle, that if you have an opportunity, you have these goals and these dreams, and you yearn for an opportunity to be able to put them into use, right? So let's let me use myself as an example. If I have the opportunity, or when I have the opportunity to be on an international television talk show and a daily show, all production paid for, real studio audience right there in sitting in the seats, coming up to the mic, am I going to be ready for my opportunity? Or am I going to say, you know what? Can you give me about a month or two and then I'll be ready, because I think I need to do this and I need to tweak this and I need to make this adjustment. In this case, when the situation arose, you were ready. You were ready. And that's huge. Talk about that a little bit. What does it mean to be ready when the opportunity presents itself?
with that being said, right, I was ready. And it goes back to hard work pays off, because there were so many things that I had in place that I wasn't utilizing.
Mm.
But I knew where I wanted to go. And I knew when it happened, I wanted to be ready. So when the phone started ringing, there were people in place to answer the phone. There were companies that I were paying to answer the phone. They probably were sitting with probably two people to take all my calls in the beginning. My monitoring company answering service called me and told me they have just put aside 15 people just to handle my volume.
Mm.
Before, I was just one person, and now, but I was ready. I was always paying them as if I had 3 million customers. I
Wow.
was always paying them as if I had a staff of 100 people. I
Wow.
already had everything in place, because this was not just a hobby for me. This wasn't something that I was doing on the side to buy a pair of shoes.
Mm.
This was something I put aside for a legacy. When I decided to make a foundation and a legacy, it wasn't about just showing somebody how to cook a meal. This was about, this is what you do to cook this meal, and make sure your brother knows how to cook it. Make sure your cousin knows how to cook it. Make sure your friends, because we all can do it. So when I got into this business with Silver Shield, I knew that this is where I was going to be rest in peace. May she rest in peace when I'm gone. But I was just ready. So again, nothing bad about. I'm really proud. I'm happy that I was able to watch CPI over the 8 years that I've been in business and learn not just the mistakes, but learn what the next step, that I had to stay always to the next invention. I had to know the next big thing. When we started this business, my kid's father started this business, my ex-husband, we were doing you remember, security was just done by the panel.
That's right.
You didn't do it over your phone, and you didn't do all those things. And there are a lot of companies and people that still do it that way. I knew that I had to keep up,
Hmm.
if I had it or not, but I had to stay in touch and be able to provide those things, because when this moment happened that I knew was going to happen, I wanted to be ready. So when someone comes to me and say, do you guys do fire? Can I work it from my phone? Keep in mind, CPI advertises this stuff that they're really good at. I've had people come to me and say, I'm only leaving CPI for my personal reasons, but I love their service. Can you match that? And when they get my service and see that I match that, I feel good about that. A lot of people haven't told me what reason they're leaving CPI from, but they did say that they love the service that they were getting, right? As far as the features, about the things that it can do, about how the response time was. And when they get my service and see that I feel good about that. They led the way. An African American woman started and actually made and discovered and invented the security system. And I only feel good to be able to be a woman here in the Carolinas, the only African, and I'm not bragging. Girl, I feel so good to pat myself on the back. I'm the only right now. And that's one thing nobody can take. I did that part. I did it. I'm the only. And I could have lost focus. I could have said, well, this is not working. Don't nobody want my service. I don't have any customers. I remember a girl asked me one time, and this was maybe when I first started 8 years ago here in the Carolinas. And we've been in business in 95, since 1995 in Atlanta. But she said, well, Janelle, how many customers do you have? And at that time, I was like, well, I only have 10. She said, you only have 10 customers? And I looked at her, I said, well, how many people giving you money every month? You know? So I couldn't let that, is this 10 people trust me? 10 people, and that's where it started. 10 people trust me enough to give me their money to say, okay, I'm trusting you. How many people are giving someone else, their money and say, I'm going to trust my life and I'm going to trust my home and those things. And now I went from 10 to now where I'm at. But if I would have listened, I would have been, oh, yeah, she's right. I'm never going to catch up to the other companies and the other CPIs and the ADTs and the Brinks. I would have been like, no. I took that 10 people and every 10 that I added, I act like they were 3 million. When they talk to me, you would think that they would have thought I had a whole staff ready, because that's where I always stay ready.
I love it. I love it. And I'm going to go to a flash round because some of my studio audience members are asking questions and typing comments.
I'm sorry.
I know this is good.
I love this business.
This is awesome. So people, the routine right now is a flash round, everyone. So make sure you type your comments in. If you have a shout out or any inspiring or encouraging words, go ahead and put them in the comments section. And Janelle Jackson, owner of Silver Shield Security, will be able to answer it directly or be able to comment on it. Janelle, I'll just start because I sometimes don't say this, but one of our church mothers, she's 83 years old. She's actually watching, and she's a heart recipient, and she watches on YouTube. She doesn't comment until she texts me after the show and said, baby, that was a great show. So I want you to just say something. That's Miss Julia Harper. She's watching as well. Your mute, your volume thing. Okay, I think, you know what? I don't even hear the clicking anymore, so you can just leave it off. So it's perfect.
Okay, great. Hello. I hope that one of my goals are to make you guys proud. Thank you for watching. I hope that I'm making, you're older, 80 years old. There's so much knowledge, so many things that you probably can tell me, I'm sure. So I hope the things that I'm doing with this company, being the first African-American woman here in the Carolinas, that you're grinning like I am. So I hope I'm making you proud.
You definitely are. You're making me proud. I feel like I'm your sister over here, and I'm definitely patting you a virtual pat on your back. There you go. I'm just so proud of you. So proud of you. Quiet Die 7 says, amen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I will tell you guys, pray. Anything you want to start, I promise you. I know that sometimes prayer gets pushed aside.
That's right.
But when pray. I don't care who you're praying to. I don't care what you believe in, but pray and get that quiet time to yourself and pray. I'm telling you, I would get in my car and I would drive, and instead of talking to people, I just talk to God. And I know in my heart, I may not have gotten an answer verbally, but I got an answer in how things went for me. And you got to be able to recognize when you're being blessed. Just because the blessing is not what you want at the moment does not mean you're not being blessed. That's another thing with business that I want people to grab and remember. I wanted to take this business right off and have 1 million customers right away. But I was blessed to have 10 in the beginning, and I didn't have any. Take a blessing and be happy for where your blessing is. Because how can God, or whatever you believe in, how can you get more until you're grateful for what you have?
That's right.
So
really good. Oh my God. Listen, I want you all to make sure you tag your friends and encourage them to be a part of this broadcast. We still have some more time here, and the information that Janelle is sharing is very helpful to any young person that has a goal or a dream, or even an older person that has a goal or a dream. I mean, she is like a mom. You said did you say your grandma?
Girl, when I turned 50, my baby, my middle child was married, had my first grandbaby, and I don't let me tell you, place many pictures of them. I think I knew I was gonna always be a millionaire, and I was like, I don't want nobody snatching my cute baby. So, yes, I am a grandmother of two,
Oh, God.
3-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Yes,
my goodness. That's amazing in
they can
itself.
stop now because that's enough.
Mother Wandra Audrey says, I'm watching. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Audrey. How are you? Hope you guys are having a great day. I hope everyone's happy. You guys are making me feel so good. Everybody, when I tell you guys that what you guys have done for me and coming to Silver Shield and just giving me the opportunity to get this off my chest that I wanted to do this and the support, you guys, I'm grinning and my cheeks hurt at night because I'm just so happy. These little things are all puffy now, but guys, you proved to me that if I stay focused, that I can do this, and that's what you guys have proved to me that I did right. I stayed and I believed, and you guys are showing that right now. And it doesn't matter when I started, doesn't matter is what I'm doing now. And guys, I can't do it without your support. And I just want to make sure everybody's happy.
Janelle, you're gonna make me cry on this.
Happy. I'm just smiling.
You're
I
like that
did it.
ugly
I
cry.
did it. I now and if I don't do anything else, now my kids know that it can be done, and my grandkids know, my cousins know, my aunts know that we can do it. We can do it, guys. You're gonna make me cry because this was hard. This was so hard that you're gonna make me cry. But this was hard. This was not easy. So tell everybody that it's not gonna be easy. It is not going to be easy, especially when you want it real bad. I had friends that would tell me that I used to go out with that would tell me, well, we stopped inviting you to parties because you talk about your business too much. Girl, but I didn't let it. I didn't let it stop me. I didn't. So don't let nothing stop you, Miss Next Oprah. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let it stop you, please. I'm a witness. I'm telling you. I'm telling you for a fact. I'm a witness.
Okay. Okay. My audience be like, Kim, you better get them tears out of your eyes and
Right, you're gonna make me cry.
they probably like, you better start looking at these questions and put them up there before the show ends. They're like, what kind of host are you crying over there? I can't even get.
Gonna call it the Kim Crying Show.
Okay, always be ready, Cassandra said. Always be ready. That was one of your comments.
Yeah, that's what I told you, and that was one of Miss who was that, Miss Davis?
Cassandra.
Cassandra. Yes, Cassandra. That was one of the things that I was explaining, that I had to be ready. I didn't know this opportunity was going to come. Keep in mind, the date that this happened was on a Saturday. I was on my way back to Atlanta to take my niece back from spending 2 weeks with me, and I went back to take her back, and all of a sudden, this the text went out that they were looking for African American company, and I was just ready. I was ready, and I didn't have any moment to say, "Can I call you back? Can I call you back?" I was talking to people live, setting appointments as if I get those calls every day. So
Right.
yes, always be ready. If you really want it, be ready. If you really want it, be ready,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you may get what you're praying for and what you ask God for.
That's right. You may get what you're asking God
You
for.
may get what you so
Background, make sure
be
y'all
ready.
ask your questions and your comments. Thank you, Morgan. I'd like to give a shout out and just say thank you that Morgan is volunteering with us. She's a student at NC State, and she's behind the scenes typing all of these things on the Balance Doctor, which is me, the Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor, on that account. So thank you, Morgan, for taking the time to do that. Okay. Cassandra, do you offer services in South Carolina as well? Oh, is it muted, Janelle? We can't hear you.
You told me to stop that. I'm sorry.
Oh, go
I'm a
ahead.
goofball. I apologize. But in some parts, it just depends on where you at. So if you call the office, we'll look and see where you are, and we can let you know. But we do all of North Carolina, and we do all of Georgia, all of it, South Carolina. But we're getting there. Don't worry, we'll be there. But like I just redid the website to make everyone happy, I'm going to get all through South Carolina as well.
Excellent. And that phone number again for people to be able to reach you would be what?
704-440-4688. If you want to talk to me personally, my extension is 700. And I even take calls, Kim will tell you, on my cell phone. That's what I have it for, 704-877-8885.
And
I, I'm,
that information will be typed up shortly
yeah.
by Morgan, and I'll pop that on the screen as well. All of the contact information, we'll pop that right up. Here you are. This is her cell phone directly, 704-877-8885. And this is Janelle, the owner of Silver Shield Security's cell phone number. So she's willing to talk to you. And I can tell you personally that whenever there was something that she was trying to get clarity on from the home office or whatever, this woman got on the phone three-way with me and customer service, and she stayed on that phone with me the entire time until the call ended. And she was just like, no, we're gonna resolve this. This is gonna happen. This is my expectation. And because of the relationship you've had with them already, like you said before you got this many customers, they were like, oh, Miss Janelle, they were like, we are honored to serve you and your clients. We hope that it meets your satisfaction. I I was impressed.
But you have to remember, also, Kim, I set those standards before I had customers coming in. So when it happened, everyone already knew my expectations. Everyone already, because again, it goes back to be ready.
Wow.
They already knew, so no one had a problem. I've even educated one of my vendors on that. A lot of Black companies are taking a spike that is going up in people, calling to do, more business with us. And with that being said, I had to tell one of my vendors, maybe you're not used to us doing this or anything, but maybe you need to hire someone in the organization that knows how, that can train you guys on how and what we're expecting. Just because you have Black people working for you don't mean you understand us. So maybe you ought to get some people in some highest, positions to teach you guys and train you guys. And she thanked me for that. I was like, because you're not going, we're here. I'm here. Janelle's here.
Right. I don't know if everybody, at least I know when I'm passionate about something, I'm passionate about it. And I'm like, look here, I may use, a little more intense wording and stuff, and I'm trying to make sure I make my point. It's not that I'm trying to be with an attitude or anything, but I'm like, look, I've come way too far in life to be playing games and let
At
something
this point, right?
my game here. Under no circumstances do I want that to happen. So I'll go ahead and be very clear. Am I communicating clearly? Are we on the same page? Stuff like that. And that's kind of what you were doing too.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, I work too hard to be embarrassed right now in front of Kim. Y'all better show me the best. I'll take them. You know how you do your kids? Don't you do this today. Not today. No, I've been waiting for this opportunity. Y'all better treat every customer. Now, I've been paying you guys all this time, and we're here now.
Wow.
Don't make me like so. And they made me proud because you were happy. My technician, everyone, he was out there. He was
very happy, very happy. Here, there's another question that came in. Oh, wait, where'd you go here, Janelle? I think there's like some internet things happening on that end over there, but we can hear you, Janelle.
Okay, that's good. The picture should be coming, but I can hear you too.
Okay. Let me go to some more comments here. If I see you can still hear. Oh, Adele McLean says, very inspiring.
Thank you. You know what? That one of the things that I knew with this, and again, I think big, I knew with me being the first and only, I like to keep using that word, the first and only African-American woman to own a security company, I knew that I had to be inspiring. I knew this was something that anytime you're the first to do something, and I'm taking that on, I knew I had to be inspiring because I want you guys to know you can do it. And if you're not doing it and you know someone else that needs to, tell them. Just tell someone you got them. Tell them it's okay. It doesn't always take money to push a person up. Give them the word that I see you. I see what you're trying to do. And if it's just a step, just tell them. At the end of the day, I believe in me. And can you imagine if you can get just one other person to believe in you, what you can do?
Absolutely, Janelle. Now, I definitely don't want us to end the show with us not being able to see you. So I'm going to take you out and let you come back in. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Because this is okay. So yes, extremely inspiring. Janelle, it just touched my heart because it lets me know that you can have a dream as a young person, as even in your adult years, and things can come together. All the pieces of the puzzle can come together for you to be able to see that dream become a reality. Dreams that we have and goals that we have are not so far off that we can't actually live those dreams and we can't live those goals and wake up from our dream mode and actually start living those goals and those dreams. I'm just big to believe that God is not respecter of persons. So what he says for somebody else can happen, it can also happen in my life. I also want to let you know today at noon, and Morgan, go ahead and pop this up. We have our Quest Church prayer line, and Pastor Jacobs is actually praying for COVID-19 situations that are still very real. So make sure you know that you can join in and be a part of the Quest Church prayer line. The phone number is 978-990-5000. Access code is 322083 #, and that's Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:30 p.m. So make sure you tune in. Janelle, I'm going to add her back into the screen. Hey, Janelle, and unmute yourself too. Okay.
If
So
you
let
have
me.
to tell me that one more time.
Oh, no, this is good. No, you don't understand how you've blessed my heart. So I'm so grateful that you've been on the show today. Work through any technical stuff that's going on over there. It doesn't even matter. It's
Thank you.
all well worth.
Thank you.
I can tell
Thank
you
you.
where there is no technical stuff that's going on is with Silver Shield Security. You may have an internet thing going on over there, but it sure don't have anything to do with your security company. It is outstanding.
Thank you. Thank you. People love it. I just had a lady yesterday. It was really funny. Her husband and herself, Maria Jones, and she called me 2 weeks ago. And because of the panel she has is so old, it has to be replaced. And I told her we replaced the equipment at no charge, anything like that. And was what were you paying? What are you paying per month? And she said, well, we pay $54 a month, baby. She said, and I told her, I said, well, for me to place in a new system, the installation charge had to be paid. And she told me, she said, well, $200. She said, let me think about it and call you back. I just got to investigate a little bit more. Girl, she called me back yesterday. Her husband and her on the line. They told me, they said, Janelle, we're going with you. My husband went and digged some money up out the back of the tree. She said, so we have the money to pay your $200. She said, what can you take my bill down to? I pay 54. She has nothing. I said, ma'am, you're going to get the senior citizen discount for $21.99. She said, well, is there any way I can make a donation? Because you're taking our bill down. Now, first, they didn't want to pay anything. And once she realized what I was doing for her, you know, she wants to make a donation. I'll have a foundation soon, but I didn't have no way to send it. But it
Well,
just made me feel
let
so
me
good.
give you a foundation too that you can
There you
always
go.
go
There you
for.
go.
Gabe's Heart Foundation. If you're ever looking, if you got customers like that, then this
Yes.
foundation is in honor of my 12-year-old son, Gabriel Jacobs. And we do random acts of kindness. Let me take it off for 1 second. We do random acts of kindness where we call it doing it Gabe's way. So we officially go out and serve people with cards that say you've just been served with a random act of kindness. We buy
Wow.
groceries, gas, clothing, pay for uniforms, food, you name it, it happens through Gabe's Heart Foundation. And it's all random people that we don't have a clue who they are, and we're out blessing the community. And
I
that's
like that. I
Gabe's
want to be a
Heart.
part of that.
Gabe's Heart. That's
Got it. I like that.
so just so you all know, the Cash App is Gabe's Heart. $Gabe's Heart if you're looking for a foundation to ever support. Oh my gosh, we got to get your face back on the screen. I'm trying to put our state mother from the Church of God in Christ up, and I want her to be able to see your face. So when your face appears back up, Janelle, I will pop Mother Patricia Lofton's comment back in. Mother Lofton, I'm going to put your comment up, but I want it to be when she's officially on there. Hey, make sure you guys take a moment to subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show. That's the only way that I can get more traction with the show is if I have the people subscribe. So go to the YouTube channel and subscribe today and turn on your notification bell that alerts you when the show goes live. Okay, so Janelle, you're back on. All right. Hey, okay. So I'm going to put this other.
You
I'm
can
gonna,
hear me okay now?
yes, yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
And so that was Gabe's Heart Foundation that I was telling you about. And
Yes, I
Gabe
see it up there now. Yes, I love it.
gabesheart.org if you want to know more about Gabe's Heart. Let me pop my state mother, and she's Mother Patricia Lofton. She's a state women's supervisor for like 95 churches throughout the state of North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. And her question is, Janelle, it's comment actually. Janelle is an example of tenacity to every woman who may be
Oh,
focusing on their limitations. In her own words, don't let nothing stop you.
absolutely. Thank you. Nothing. Thank you.
Are there any employment opportunities? Are there any employment opportunities here in the Carolinas? Sharon Holbrook says.
Uh, absolutely, Sharon. Right now, is a great time to come in, honestly, in sales, because before we had it where you had to go find your people to bring in to make money. Girl, the calls are coming in so much and so fast. I'm looking for salespeople to come in, and you don't have to do much but go out and know the product and sell the product and make money.
So how
So
can they
yes,
just call you?
yes. Now I get a cell phone number again is 704-877-8885.
I'm trying to look over. If y'all see me looking over to the right, it's because I'm actually trying to find where the phone number is so I can put it. Okay, there it is. So I
Okay.
can put it up on the screen. Okay,
Okay.
704-877-8885. And that is Janelle's cell phone number,
That's my
Sharon.
cell phone. Correct.
So she's saying you're more than welcome to reach out. And the owner is telling you to reach out to their cell phone. Then guess what? You don't have any reason that you can't have that job if that's what you want. 704-440-4688 is the office number. And her extension is 700.
That's correct.
Okay. And their website is silvershield-security.com. Silvershield-security.com. Cassandra said, we will conquer our goals in our 50s, ladies. Yes, we will, Cassandra. Do not let anything stop you from reaching your goals. That's right. Okay. Okay. And Sharon said, good morning. This is so inspiring. Mother, you must be muted or something.
Nope. Am I good? Am
Oh,
I
good. You
good?
good.
Thank you. Thank you. I just anything I can do to help. I just want you to know it's going to be hard, but you can do it. If nothing else happens through this conversation, no, you can do anything you want to do. And if you don't do it, it's only because you didn't put in a big enough effort. Nothing to tie your shoe is easy, but to tie your shoe and walk is a little harder. So what do you want to do?
Well, I am excited. I'm excited, Janelle, that we had
Thank
this
you.
time together here on the Kim Jacobs Show. I'm glad that you all tuned in today. And you can see anytime you get this wonderful opportunity to interact with Janelle, your life is probably going to change forever. And I'm sure just from
That's what they
the
say. I'm a
security
walking
system.
angel.
What did you say?
I said that's what I've been told. I'm a walking angel.
You, yeah, you're a blessing, and I'm excited to know you. Very excited. Thank you
Thank
again for
you.
being today's sponsor of the Kim Jacobs Show. Janelle is the actual sponsor, in addition to her being a guest on the show. Even though she knew she was going to be a guest on the show, she still served as a sponsor for today's episode. Silver Shield Security Dash. That's who she's with Silver Shield Security. No contract needed. No credit check. You can call 704-440-4688 and use the code KJ Show. And so, Janelle, if there's any final comment that you want to share with everyone before we disconnect, please feel free. Ladies, have a blessed day. Yes, you too. And let's see, Silver Shield Security. So it's Silver Shield. Let me kick this one out. silvershield-security.com. And Janelle, I'm going to let you have the closing words if you like. I can't hear you. We can see your motivation, but we so wait 1 minute. Let's see. Come back in one more time. Yeah, come back in one more time because I want you to have the closing words. So hopefully she'll come back in just so she gets the opportunity to have the closing words. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock a.m., tune back into the Kim Jacobs Show, and we will have a special day lined up for you at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you ever want to support the Kim Jacobs Show, know that you can do that through Cash App and through PayPal. And Morgan is putting that information in the system right now for you to be able to know how to support the Kim Jacobs Show. And any amount that you support, it helps with the production. It helps with some behind the scenes things that have to be taken care of from a business perspective. So please know you can support the Kim Jacobs Show through Cash App, Kim Jacobs Inc., or paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc. So I really appreciate you all and all of the support that you provide to keep the show going. Let's see here. Janelle, you are back. It's muted.
It's not. Oh, okay. It
Okay.
is. It is. I
Okay.
like to leave the show with just I love to do special things
Oh, that's okay.
and say they heard the show today. Well, and wants to sign up.
They don't want you to get, see what I'm saying? That's the enemy. They don't want you to get that special. Whatever she's trying to tell you is a special. You're not even getting a chance to hear what it is. But she said that if you reach out to her and say that you heard the show today, make sure you say that you actually either watched the show or you heard today's show, and she's going to give you something special. So please make sure that you reach out to Janelle on her personal cell at 704-877-8885. Or you can also go to her website, which is silvershield-security.com, and reach out to her that way. But there is no excuse for you to have great security, regardless of what your credit is. Make sure you know that you can officially get your home secured. No matter, you don't have to sign a contract, you don't have to get your credit checked. Your home can be secured very quickly. So make sure you utilize the wonderful service that's available through Silver Shield Security. Okay, yes, you have a blessed day as well, Wandra Audrey. And hi, Janelle. Atavia says, okay, she's not right now on. I think something's going on with the internet, but she just wanted to, I told her to make sure if she could come back in as the closing comments. Okay, Allison, you said, I love to hear stories about women in non-traditional careers and business. Yes, yes. It's so commendable that she's got this business. Yes. And she's doing amazing work with Silver Shield Security. Her phone number at her office is 704-440-4688, and her extension is 700. Her cell phone is 704-877-8885. Remember, if you do say that you watched today's episode and you call her on this number and say, hey, I was watching the show, the Kim Jacobs Show, she has something special for you. Okay, so keep that in mind. And again, I'm so grateful that each of you tuned into the Kim Jacobs Show today. It's been a tremendous blessing to have you all watch the show. And take a moment to subscribe. Go be a part of the Quest Church prayer line. I was trying to see if Janelle was going to get a chance to come back in, but she's not back on. So I'm going to go ahead and end today's broadcast. It has been, it's just made my heart so glad to hear Janelle and her story and her journey. And I'm sure you all are just as blessed as I am to have encountered her. Make sure you subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show, and you can do that right on the YouTube channel. God bless you. See you guys tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.